Shalom, bruchim habayim. This is a video for Viviana. Viviana asked me after our last video about the future tense in Paal, why is it that in the verb lנסוע, to travel, the nun disappears in the future tense? This we will have a look at in this video. In this video, we will talk about the general rule of Paal future tense. I will remind you of Paal verbs, and then we will talk about lנסוע, to travel, in the Paal future tense. So first, what is the future tense general rule? You take the infinitive, and in order to get to the third person masculine singular's future tense, you drop the lamed and you put a yud in its place. So, for example, לסגור הוא יסגור. אני אסגור. So what you see here, Yud and Aleph, these are the prefixes that you need every single time that you form a future tense, in every binyan. This is what it is. And I highly recommend that you watch the other video before you keep watching this one here, because it is a little bit related, and otherwise you might not understand really what the problem was. I leave you the link below in the description of this video so that you can go back. Now we will continue here, and I remind you what we said in that video, that for example, ללמוד had a future tense that went like this, הוא ילמד. We lost the vav, אני אלמד, and we learned that this conjugation is called פאל. And we even looked it up in the Shmuel Bulosky, and here he said it. פאל. So the future tense of ללמוד is irregular, and Shmuel Bulosky says it. פאל. Okay, fine. Now we are finally in לנסוע. לנסוע, to travel. What do we see? We see a root that we call pey-nun. Pey is the name for the first root position. It is just a way of counting, so don't put more significance to it than there is. The first root position is referred to as pey. And pey-nun verbs can be quite a headache, so to speak. So let's see. He will travel, הוא ייסע. So what do we see here? First of all, we lost the vav because we are in פאל conjugation. And that is mainly because we have on the third root position, we have ein, which is a guttural letter. So there is no scandal here. It was expected to end up in the fl conjugations. By the way, are you on my newsletter? I'm asking because if you are, then check your inbox. I just sent a PDF with a full conjugation of lנסוע, and it also includes a list of verbs with similar behavior. If you're not yet on my newsletter, you can sign up here, and in the future you might get nice emails like those. So, coming back to this, לנסוע הוא ייסע. So the first yud is the future prefix yud, like in יסגור. Okay, that's okay. Now the second yud is the former nun from the root. This one here. And now you understand why some, not all, but some pey-nun verbs can make you go like, yeah. And when we now come to the first person singular, אני אסע, there is no yud, no original nun yud, so to speak. So here we only have the future prefix, aleph. Let's see, what does Shmuel Bulosky say? You have it at home, right? Right. Okay, so let's look it up. This is the root, and what does he say about to travel? We are in Paal, and he says here, translation, missing pey-nun. So he is already preparing us that at one point we're going to lose the nun in the conjugation patterns. And when we look at it, yeah, true, esa, no nun. Ata tisa, no nun. But he also says lamed grunit. Lamed is the name for the third root position. So lamed grunit means there is a guttural letter on the third root position. Yes, we have seen that. It's the ein. So this is why this verb uses Paal conjugation. Well, knowing that a guttural letter leads to Paal conjugations, that makes complete sense. It's always like that. But he mentions it. And when we now look here, yes, ani esa, ata tisa, this is where we lose the vav from the infinitive. So Shmuel says it all. That's information you never get on one of your apps. Sorry to tell you guys. And so yeah, that is the explanation why we come to a future tense like this. This verb is highly irregular, but when you have the Shmuel Bulas get home, you get all that information that you never get in any app. So, I mean, just saying. Guys, send me your questions. I'm happy to make a video with the explanation. Until then, Neshikot.